Relationships are always sweet and beautiful, especially at the beginning. In fact, it makes someone feel like it's a bed of roses all throughout. Now, as these couples continue staying in this relationship, then they reach a point whereby each of them will now have to unveil their real characters and identity. And at that time, it's only if you two really, really love each other, only then will your relationship stand. In this video, we are looking at some of the things that everyone should investigate or everyone should know about their partners before they get into marriage, especially since it's for better and for worse. Okay, welcome to the Men's Love Zone. My name is Oil, aka GCP guys, and here we talk about all to do with love, sex and relationship, especially for the men. So make sure to watch this video up until the end, because trust me, it is worth the while. Number one is sex ability and sex performance. Very important. Now, I know most of you will be like, Pam, why are you even making this number one? Is marriage all about sex? And my answer is yes, yes, and yes. Okay? Now, tell me, of what use is it to get into a marriage with someone who cannot perform in bed? What use is it? Because at the end of the day, this lady is going to cheat if this man cannot satisfy her. I'm telling you. Or if it's a woman who is not good in bed, she doesn't scream, she doesn't wiggle her waist, she is just there stagnant, then what will happen is that at the end of the day, this man is going to cheat. This man is going to find good sex elsewhere. So of what use would it be for these two people to get married when they are not compatible in the other room? Yeah. I mean, that is why for me, that idea of people getting married and then later get into sex, I am not in agreement with it totally. I'm telling you, I am a Christian, yes, but I believe that before you say I do, you should be able to confirm that, yes, this person can satisfy me sexually. Else, there is no need getting married. So it's really, really important that before you say I do, before you get into this marriage, make sure that you have confirmed that this person can satisfy you. Next point, number two thing that everyone should investigate or find out from their partners before getting married is the financial status and the source of wealth. It is important, okay? Now, we all know that times have changed. I mean, times have really, really changed. Gone are the days where it used to be only the men providing for the family. These days, it is equal. Not really equal, but a woman should equally be having some money or at least a job or something that they do for themselves, okay? So whether it's a man getting married to this woman, please make sure that you investigate or you even find out what exactly does this woman do. And equally to the woman, find out what this man will do. I mean, the reason for this is it helps you understand if really this person you're getting into a marriage with will be able to take care of you. And like I said, it is both ways, yeah? Equally to the man, if it reaches a point whereby say you lose your job, will this woman be able to help you? Will this woman be able to sustain the family? Will this woman be able to support during the time that you are at your lowest? And then to the lady, is this man someone that will be able to take care of you and the children that you will have in the future? So yes, it's important for each of us to investigate and find out what our partners to be do. And on top of that, it's also important for you to find out the source of that wealth, because these days you find someone is fucking rich but you don't even know exactly what they do, and by the time you get to dig, it's too late. Probably you are already married, probably you are already having 5 kids, and then you realize that this guy is a witch or is a wizard, for instance. And by that time it's too late. Or probably this is a guy who goes to kill people at night, this is a guy who goes to break into people's houses at night. Now when you don't find this out at the beginning, then it might be too late for you. So it is really. Number 3 is health status. Now, especially with us Africans, we do not value our health. I mean, we don't. Yet, health is wealth. I mean, that is it, yeah? So what will happen is that these two people will meet each other, like each other, get attracted, start having sex. Before you know it, they have kids, and before you know it, they are married, yeah? Now, the problem with this is that you get into a marriage with things that you are not prepared of, yeah? So it's important to always get a check before you even start having sex. I mean, things like STDs, things like AIDS, or chronic diseases or diseases that are inherited, like say sickle cells, like say asthma. I mean, it's important that you always have a check. Now, I'm not saying that when you realize that your partner has this, you shouldn't proceed and get married. No, no, no. If you really love this person, then yes, you can continue and get married, but then it helps you get prepared both mentally, physically. I mean, it helps you a great deal. So avoid just getting into a marriage without knowing exactly. Next point, number 4, is their past relationship history. This is important. Now, I'm not saying that you should go into drilling so much about their past, in that you want to even know their body counts, you want to know what caused their breakups, you want to know how it all started. I'm not talking about that crap. But what is important is finding out if this person has kids and have they been married before. You get? Because this is something that will keep following you and affecting your relationship forever. Okay, now just so you know, there are things and they are past that we can never hide forever. We cannot. Now, things to do with having children and things to do with someone having been married some time back or some years back, this is something that you cannot hide. Because trust me, whether you want it or not, there will come a time where these secrets will be exposed. So it's important that you get to know about this too. Have they ever been married and have they had kids before? Now, when you get to know, then you choose to decide how to go about it. Now, I'm not saying that if this person has kids, you should break up the relationship. Things don't work like that. But then it helps you see how to go about it. Okay. Next point, number 5 is find out about this person's family. Okay. Now, when I say find out about his family, I'm not simply talking about his father and his mother. You should make sure that you go into details. Okay. Where does he come from? What is his tribe? What are his parents? Who are his siblings? Who are his extended relatives? All this is important, okay? Now, most of us meet in town and then you start loving each other, you even start eating goodies, and now you reach a point whereby you plan to go visit your spouse's parents and only to realize that you are related. Maybe you are real siblings, maybe you are distant siblings, and then you end up committing incest. So to avoid all this, guys, make sure that you do all these findings in the beginning of the relationship. Now, I'm not saying that you've met this person 1 week, 1 month, and you are already visiting. But even at that, you can make simple inquiries. Where are you from? Who are your parents? And if you know that this person comes from totally a different place from where you come from, then you are good to go. But it's important to find out where your partner comes from before it gets to. Lastly, point number 6 is find out what future plan this person has. Okay, it's important. Now, because these days people get into relationship and marriages for wrong reasons, you realize that 2 people can be in a marriage, yet they each have parallel plans. Okay, so it can happen that a man, say, is 40 years of age, and to him, he wants kids like immediately. Yeah. And then there is this lady who is, say, 30 years of age, and to her, as of now, her focus is her career. Yeah. So it could be that she has worked with this company for some time, and that is this particular position that she is eyeing. So to her, she's like, I cannot conceive in the next 3 years. Okay. So, like I said, this man wants kids like immediately, and this lady has like 3 to 4 years before she can think of conceiving. Now, when you do not have this discussion at the beginning of the relationship or the marriage, that's when you realize that this man is waiting for kids, he's not seeing kids, and you even start imagining that maybe he has a problem. Yet, on the other hand, this woman is using family planning methods. That is why she is not conceiving. So it helps when you have this discussion at the beginning. Now, when you understand that your plans are parallel, you choose to decide whether one of you can bend law or you choose to end the relationship and get someone who is willing to dance to your tune. Well, guys, those have been the 6 points that I had to share with you today. So in case you are a young guy, young chick, young lady planning to get married, these are some of the important things that you should do a check on before you finally accept to say I do to that partner of yours. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I appreciate. And before you get off this video, please make sure to subscribe. That is, if you are not yet subscribed, make sure to turn on the bell notification so that each time I post, you will be notified.